Hi, I'm Bud,
I'm Carin.
and we are here today to talk about our experience as volunteers in the Rescued, Not Arrested prison ministry. Karen and I've been involved in the ministry for about a year and a half, or almost 2 years now, and it is. I don't know if it's met or exceeded our expectations because I'm not sure we really had any expectations to begin with. In fact, the way we got started is kind of an interesting story. So, Karen, I'll let you tell about how did we get started.
All right. Well, in November of 2010, I was hearing a voice from God in my ear that He wanted me involved in prison ministry. I was hearing specifically juveniles, and we did start in that area and then branched off with adults, but occasionally we do visit juveniles still, males. And February of 2010, there was an announcement made at church that they were looking for people to sign up. So I did, and my husband Bud followed right behind me and joined with me. So that's how we got involved, and it's the best thing ever.
And we started out as what we call special clergy, which means we didn't have badges. We couldn't go back into the legal or the visitation rooms. We were treated just like the general public, and so we had to go either sit at a table with the inmate shackled on the other side of the table from us, but we got to at least see them face to face, or we had to go into one of those areas where you actually speak to them on a phone looking into a video camera. Immediately, it was a tremendous experience. The relationships that you build with these men and these women happen very quickly when you can tell that they're hungering and thirsting for righteousness, because one of the appealing aspects of the ministry is that this is not cold calling. We have people who are actually filling out requests specifically for someone from Rescued Not Arrested to come visit them and study with them and pray with them and help them to change their lives and lead a different life. And so we find that especially appealing because most of the time we actually prefer to go together to do our studies if we can, because it is a couples ministry. If you want it to be, and it works out well for us. But then I don't know, 4 or 5 months, I guess, into the ministry, we were putting in enough hours where Roger said that we could have badges, and we were delighted to go through the process of being badged. Went through the indoctrination class because being a badged ministry worker gives you much more access to the prisoners, and you feel like much more privileges. So you don't have to meet and study with the prisoners in the areas where the general populace is, but you actually can go back in the jails itself and back to where the visitation rooms are, where it's much more quiet, more face-to-face, especially not using the cameras. And we felt very privileged to get to do that. And we've always considered it to be really a great honor and a privilege to serve these people who are requesting that we come in and meet with them and study God's Word with them. We've seen the great need. We've seen the impact on these men and women's and young men's lives, that we're devoted and committed to this idea that more needs to be done. More needs to be done. And we work with Roger Munchin, our director, and we've caught the vision that he has. That whereas, in the ministry right now, we're doing a really, really good job on what I call the front end, all right? That is, we're going in, we're getting the requests, the tank orders, if you will, from the inmates, and we're doing lots and lots of Bible studies. The ministry itself is doing a lot of mail correspondence with a lot of inmates. But the real need now, as we get ready to take this ministry to the next level, is what happens, what I call on the backside of it. That is, what do we do with these men and women that we've studied with and worked with so many months or even years sometimes? How can we minister to them when it's time for them to transition out of incarceration? And that's the big challenge now, and that's where, quite frankly, we're needing help from churches around the valley, around the state, whoever want to participate, to help us in that particular area, because we need lots of help in connecting these inmates with a new church home where they live or where they're going to live when they get out. We need churches to step up and accept these inmates that we've been working with, and when they come out, they need to be put to work. They need to be given opportunities to serve God, just like we have the opportunity to do so. And that's where we're needing help, because when they come out, they need a church home. They need a place where they can feel accepted and loved, and can be put to use in God's service. They need help finding jobs, because obviously with some of their crimes they're very limited in what they can do, and so they need a network of Christians out there to help them find job opportunities. And they also need at least temporary housing when they first come out. And these are the areas that we want to ramp up for and start doing in a larger way than we're able to do at this time. And we know that God will provide, and God will make a real blessing of rescued, not arrested.